What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Caster's Kicks. Once again, appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. So today for y'all, I do have another early review, and today with me I have the women's Air Jordan 1 Satin Bread. Now, of course, we did just see a shock drop over these, I think like 2 or 3 days ago on the sneakers app. I ended up not going for a pair on this shock drop just because I had an early pair coming, and I was hoping to get them in before the shock drop happened, but unfortunately I was not able to. But if you didn't get them on the shock drop but you're still interested in the shoe, hopefully this review is helpful for y'all. It is actually a really nice shoe to see in person. Of course, if you're not familiar with the Satin Breads, this is not the first time the shoe has been released. Now, it wasn't like mass released to the public. I believe it was back in 2016 when these were first released, and I believe it was New York where these were released, but they only had 501 pairs, and those pairs were numbered. So that Satin Bread, when it first dropped, it's a very limited shoe. I don't want to say like highly sought after because I just don't know who's all going after it, but it was very limited. It's a very expensive shoe. If you have tried to get that shoe, it's just off the charts trying to get it. So it's cool to see them actually drop a general release pair for these. Now, the only downside with this Satin Bread this year is that they are in women's sizes and not in extended sizes. So the biggest will be a 12 in women's or a 10.5 men's. So people like me won't be able to cop them for a personal pair because my size is bigger than a 12 in women's, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. It's just one of those things that happens and you're on to the next shoe. So starting off with the box, we do have the women's Jordan 1 box, which we have seen several times with the various women's Jordan 1s that have dropped. So I'll give you all that 360 on these. And then is the bottom of the box as well. Now going to the label reads Women's Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. The colorway is black, university red, and white. This is a size 10 in women's, which is a 9.5 in men's. Yeah, no, wait. 8.5 in men's. I had to throw myself off a little bit. Retail price on these is $180. They are set to drop October 18th, so not that long to go, like 2 weeks maybe before these do drop. Now going to the inside of the box, that is the lid right there. You do have the Nike logo on there as well. And then going to the paper, one sheet of paper with these. These do not come individually wrapped like we saw with the Jordan 1 Royal Reimagined. So nothing too crazy there. And then the rest of the box there, you do have the YDM sticker on the inside of the box as well. Alright, now jumping to the shoe. Well, before we jump to the shoe, these do come with a bag. So you do have the Jordan Jumpman logo on there, and then nothing on the back side, but it is like a little tote bag. Nothing on the inside either, but just a cool little detail with this one to have a tote bag with these. So that is what we see with these. Alright, now jumping to the shoe. So this once again is the women's Air Jordan 1 Satin Bread. Gave you that quick 360, and as you can see why they have the name, the entire upper is made up of satin. But we will get to that in just a second. But there's the top view right there of these. I've already taken the insole out of this pair, so that is why it's white on the inside. Now starting off with the outsole, regular Jordan 1 outsole. And you do have the Nike logo right there in that red colorway. And then going to the midsole, you do have an all-white midsole. White stitching going through the midsole, so that is all the way around the shoe. All the way around there. Of course, you do see parts of the outsole coming up in that red colorway, like there in the front right there. But you do see that white stitching on there as well. Alright, now going to the upper end. Once again, like I mentioned, the entire upper is made up of satin. Everything on here is satin, including the tongue. The only thing that's not satin is the laces. But you do have that black and red colorway on the upper of the shoe. So as you see all the way around, these swooshes are even satin right there. I will say the satin quality on here feels pretty nice. I will be curious to see how it will be after a couple wears. You do see the Jordan Wings logo right there. That is stitched on there. But yeah, after a couple wears with this satin, I'll be curious to see how it holds up in quality and just overall how it holds up when you wear these. Like, does it crease a lot? Does it have more wear and tear on it? I'm very curious. I don't have any satin Jordan 1s. I know they've had other satin Jordan 1s that have dropped. I think like the Shattered Backboard had a satin colorway to them. But like I said, I don't own that pair, so I've never seen how they hold up over time. So I'd be curious to see how this one holds up over time. Now these do have black lace holes on there, and that goes all the way up right there. That's on both sides of the shoe. You do see the black there and going all the way down. Now, like I did mention, both swooshes are satin. The Wings logo is stitched in. And then going to the tongue. So the tongue is also satin. So there, you do see that there. And then going to the tongue tag, you have the black tongue tag with the Nike Air written out in red. That tongue tag is not in satin, so that's one of the other things that's not in satin. Now, like I mentioned, these do have black laces with, or they do have laces, but they are black, and that is already laced in the shoe. Now, these do come with an additional lace. I'm not sure the color. I haven't looked at them yet. The additional lace is red, and actually these have a silver aglet on them, so that's actually a pretty cool touch on these extra set of laces. There's nothing. There's actually a Jordan Jumpman on the aglet for the red pair, and the black pair also has the silver aglet as well. Aglet, lace tip, whatever you want to call it. But like I mentioned, the black pair also has similar. So let me show you. Oh, there we go. So that is on there. If we can focus, there we go. So that is the silver lace tip on these. Now going to the interior is also lined with satin for the sock liner, so that wraps all the way around the shoe there. It does have that shine to it. And then for the production date on these, so the production date is March 29, 2023 to June 6, 2023. So earlier this year when these were made. But overall, that is everything with this shoe. I'm going to show you the other shoe as well. Actually, before I do that, we can talk about the insole because I did take that out for a reason. So the shoe tree, paper shoe tree with these, nothing crazy with that. And then for the insole, you do have the red insole, black Nike Air logo, and on the back side, the logo, the insole is black on the back. All right, now let's jump to the other shoe so y'all can get a 360 view on this one. So same or nothing different with the two. They look exactly the same. There's the top view right there. Of course, you do see the red insole in this one, and then the bottom view there. But like I mentioned, no major differences in the two. They look exactly the same, so you don't have to expect anything different with your shoe. But overall, that is everything I have for this shoe. Let me know how y'all feel about these. Did you, was anybody that watches my videos, were you able to cop the original number pair when these dropped back in 2016? And if you weren't able to, will you be going for this pair that is dropping in a couple of weeks? Like I mentioned, the biggest size is supposed to be a 12 in women's or 10.5 in men's, so I won't be able to cop them. But if you're planning on going for these, let me know in the comments. I know the bread colorway is a very popular colorway for the Jordan 1. People love that black and red, so I'll be curious to see if people are actually going to go for these, even with the satin look on here. Will it throw people off from getting them, or will people not really care? I'd be curious to see just how things play out when these do end up dropping. And not to mention how ones have been lately where they just haven't been super popular. It's really no telling how people will receive these, but we will see whenever they do drop, if they end up sitting in stores, if they do sell out. But, like I mentioned, let me know in the comments if you're planning on copying these, or if this is a pass for you, or just how you feel about these satin bread ones in general. But overall, that is everything that I have for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, on the notification bell, so you can stay today when I post new content. I have another early review dropping for y'all tomorrow, so stay tuned to the channel if you're interested in that. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.